Please be aware that the podcast you are about to listen to is intended for mature audiences. It takes on topics such as mental illness, violence, abandonment, trauma, and in general, the end of the world as we know it. Please take care of yourself as you continue to enjoy our episodes. Take breaks as you need to. Welcome back to Windy City Demons, a 12 Inner Demons actual play, podcast, and mental health discussion. This is episode 3, day 1, time slot 3. We last left off with Aya at work, having met Imani, who was there fixing some sound issues, and Saphira had been being a bit mischievous. Today, we will pick back up with some clarifications about the game itself.
All right. How are you both feeling?
Stressed out. I ain't know day 1 was gonna hit like this.
Hey, you only got 12. You're like, in all honesty, the pacing of this game is specifically such that you are wanting to average a seal every 2 days.
Okay. And there's how many?
There's 6 seals, and you have 12
geez.
days. And if the Archdemon comes, there's no stopping it. So
we can't even beat it while it's here? Like, we literally have to do all of this before the Archdemon shows up?
Yeah, you have to break the seals before the Archdemon shows up, because at the end, I think it's at the end of day 12, the Archdemon arrives, and the book specifically denotes that the Archdemon is so powerful that it's just no match whatsoever, and that is designated by the fact that there are no stats for the Archdemon at all, because you aren't even on a league to fight it.
Archdemon's OP, got it.
Yep.
Great.
Can you remind me, where can I find the info on the seals?
Yeah, it's in the rule book. So it's a little scattered, but actually I think you have to go into the GM's section a little bit, which is fine.
That's okay.
You get just a second. Let me find.
Well, like at its basic level, they're basically just the places or things. Can it be both? Or can it be?
So so seals are based in a place, or there are situations where they can be tied to a person, but you have to you have to go there, and the battle can be multiple kinds of things, but you have to get to the center of the place you're at where the seal actually is in order to break it. And then it's, I believe, a series of, it's basically a series of fear tests to get there. And
so what
like,
happens after you do the fear tests, and like what happens if you do the fear test and the seal doesn't break?
Then you have to recoup and try and go back and try and do it again.
Oh, come on. You have to do that with one less day.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Which means we might have to do 2 seals in the next session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not in probably not in the next session. We're still on day 1, remember? Now, granted, you get 4 time slots, and you've spent 2 of them working. So you have 2 more time slots before you have to sleep.
Okay.
Got it. How do we do we know how long a time slot is? Like, are you just keeping track of that, or is
Basically,
there...
you'll tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you how many time slots it will take.
Okay.
Work is 2 because getting ready, going there, actually working, and then getting off work is like a substantial amount of your day. And as such, it's a substantial amount of your day.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is part of the complications. And then, for instance, Imani's still at the club technically, but yeah. So.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, we return as Imani is still in the club, now full club, with the technician trying to fix the tech in the club, as Aya is now free to do whatever she feels she wants to do or needs to do with the rest of her day.
So, first thing she does is walk to her bike. It is a black and red road bike. And she unlocks it, hops on it, and starts pedaling home as fast as she can.
Okay. So, biking home from where you're at now. Okay. Yep. So you bike home and you notice that it's chilly. Like, it's October, but it's been pretty warm up till now, but it's a little, just a little cool this evening. Just a little light fog.
Is the fog inside my apartment too?
No. You get back to your apartment. Boxes still scattered, waiting to be unpacked, but you have enough. What do you do?
So where are you?
I'm here.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Where do you appear, Saphira?
I appear in the corner of the room.
Okay.
How did you get in here without me? Never mind, you got in here without me just fine the first time.
Uh-huh. So are you ready?
I guess so. Start talking.
All right. So finally, so basically, we have to go to where it hurts. I think I said that earlier.
Yeah, I remember not liking that.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it at all. But we have to find the seals.
What are the seals?
I mean, jeez, humans know nothing. Basically, you have to find the seals, and those will help release the hurt. And when you release the hurt, the Archdemon gets weaker.
But demons... Doesn't this affect you too?
Don't worry about me now. We have to find the seals.
Okay. Do you know where they are?
No! This is why I'm here with you! You know where they are. Or at least I hope so. Come on, think.
You said we have to go where it hurts.
Yeah? What do you think? Is there anywhere that stands out? Any place that feels important?
There's one, but you wouldn't want to bike there.
Listen, we have to do what we have to do.
Alright. Well, at this point, transit's got to be safe enough. You're still a whole ass demon, though.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, so I can't just be walking around with a whole ass demon trailing behind me. Like, this isn't Men in Black. Like, we have to figure this out.
I mean, no one else can see me. Most people can't. So we're fine, but you are going to need some help. There's no way just one human can do this by themselves.
Okay.
So, who are you going to bring?
Who am I gonna bring?
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you coming?
Well, yeah, but your friend saw me earlier.
I don't think Imani's super into people.
I don't care who she's into. We need to get this done.
This means I have to go back to work.
Yeah, hop on your bike or whatever.
I just came from there.
You could have asked.
Fine.
All right, let's go.
Oh, you're right.
It does occur to you. You would have Imani's number.
I would have Imani's number.
I will let you know that having come from work and then trying to go back to work on a bike
Too much.
would cost you another time slot.
And we get how many before I have to rest?
2 more so far, because you used 2 working.
Jeez. Okay.
But you could actually. It might not cost a full time slot, but it would be the coming back, the going there, this conversation, and the conversation with Amani. All of that would bundle into 1 time slot.
All right. So I should probably just call Imani then.
Whatever you have to do. I know y'all have technology on this Earth.
Yeah, here's hoping that the Wi-Fi situation got handled. All right. So I guess I'm going to call Imani then.
Yeah, hurry up.
Imani, as you are finally, blessedly, leaving the lounge and heading into your car, your phone begins to ring.
Who's calling me? I hate phone calls. It's Aya. Okay, I'll pick up. Hello?
Hi, Imani. How you doing?
I'm better now that the Wi-Fi situation's fixed and I can leave and go home. Did you need something? I know you still have the whole thing. Did you need help with that?
That's actually why I called.
Okay, where do you need me to be?
Where do you stay?
I'm over by the Western Pink Line.
Okay, I'm off of California. I'll just ride to you.
Okay. I'll send you my address and text.
Sounds good.
I'll see you then.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So you very quickly get a text message from Imani with an address, and it's not far.
All right. I'm going to Imani's. What are you gonna do?
I'm coming.
All right. How are you gonna get there? That's right. You just gonna You gonna teleport?
I don't know. Can I? I don't know. I know I can't teleport, but how can I get there?
So in this game, demons are not bound to a whole lot. It really depends on your powers. So you can kind of move through the world, and so it would be absolutely reasonable for you to just kind of lazily float next to Aya as she bikes.
I'll be right by your side.
All right, cool. Well, might as well move.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So, Aya puts her helmet back on and goes downstairs, unlocks her bike, and starts riding towards Imani's apartment.
Okay. It's a pleasant ride. You know your neighborhood. And it's a pretty quiet night, pretty quiet evening as you head towards. Imani has a car and so gets there before you. And so you get to the appropriate address. Imani, can you describe where you live?
She lives in the kind of bottom level of one of those like updated 3-flat kind of houses. It's right by the train tracks. So it's not super, well, it's relatively noisy, depending on the time. But most of the time it's deathly silent and almost creepily so. So that's kind of the neighborhood she lives in. In regards to her apartment, it's very meticulously organized, labeled properly. Everything has its place, and it's color coded to some degree.
So you get there, you ring the buzzer, Imani lets you in, and you walk in and you see this pristine, well-organized space. Imani, you see as Aya comes in, there is Saphira directly behind her.
I see that your friend decided to come with you, Aya.
She didn't leave me any options, Imani.
Yeah, trust me, I understood. I understand completely. So, come on in, both of you.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
I don't really have much of a choice to give you a warm welcome or not. Come on, take a seat. The couch is clean. Everything's clean. Take off your shoes first, though. You're barely here, so you don't have shoes. I get it.
Yeah, I don't even have a body.
Yeah, corporeal form and all that. Kind of a whole mystery to me. Anyway, we've got work to do. I know that your demon friend has probably already told you that.
Yeah, multiple times. But they're right. Whatever this archdemon is, we have to put a stop to it before things get out of hand.
Yeah.
They said something about seals, and something about going to where the hurt is.
Not super familiar with the seal thing in particular, but I do know about the hurt thing. It usually has something to do with, places where are really important to you and meaningful. That's probably where those seals or whatever are.
Actually, Imani, question.
Sure.
You've, not to the full extent, but it's clear you've had some interactions of your own with at least a lesser demon, something like Saphira.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still stay in contact with that? Is that demon still around, or did you find a way to get rid of it?
That's a great question.
Oh.
Probably. I feel like she would have probably worked it out because the whole, something invading her space would have freaked her out, and she probably would have tried to solve it the best way she could have. So most likely they're not still in contact and to any severe degree, but maybe they do crop up every now and again to make sure she's still trying to be on the right path. Yeah.
So, if you still have a demon that is occasionally feeding on you and around, which sounds like the source of your knowledge about some of this stuff, you do have the option of trying to get in contact with that demon for help. Now, granted, you don't have any competency in occult currently.
Right. So yeah, she'd probably be a little lost.
So then, in that regard, Imani may have the thought of, it's late, so probably not tonight, but Imani might be able to get in contact with whomever it was that helped her with her demon.
Okay.
So who would that have been? What kind of person would Imani confide in when confronted with being haunted by a demon?
I don't know. I imagine there's a really kind of solitary character that just has very nebulous friendships, I guess. If anything, she probably has an internet friend that she probably met up with that has a bit more competency in everything than she does. Maybe in regards to the occult or anything like that. So I presume that person, but I don't really have a backstory for them.
That's perfectly all right. That is something that as we go along we can involve. But
Okay.
yeah, so I'm hearing that you have an occult internet friend.
Don't we all have an occult internet friend?
Yes, as is obvious by the fact that we're playing 12 Inner Demons, I am the occult internet friend.
No. You're one of two occult internet friends.
Yeah, I have a handful.
Okay. So, do you have a name preference, or is it cool if I come up with one?
You can come up with one.
Okay. We'll say that this person's name on the server is Shadow Priestess 44.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You would know this person whenever you got close with this person for help. She told you to call her Monica.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, it's up to you whether you'd like to bring this up, but you have gotten help with getting rid of demons before.
Okay. Yeah. Um, Wait, should I bring it up now?
Completely up to you. The other thing that has been talked about is it's now at this point multiple times it has been suggested that making a list of places of import could help with this process. So that is also something that you could do or be doing during this process. Yeah.
Okay. There are places that come to mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's one place in particular where I know a seal just has to be.
Okay. So, where is it?
It's in the suburbs.
Well, that's no issue. I've got a car. We can drive out there when it's not super dark out, I would imagine.
There's a
Maybe
lot of
actually might be better if we go when it's super dark.
I mean, the parks will be closed if we wait too late.
Good point. So, the place you want to go to is a park?
It's a beach.
Oh. Okay. Alright. Well, that's one place. There's gonna be others. Do you have anything else in mind?
The place I used to live?
Okay. That's two.
I mean, I've been at the bar for long enough that maybe there's a seal there.
Alright, well, keep it in mind. Write it down, I would say.
Might as well.
So, that's three.
I'm trying hard to think of other things.
Well, it might not be meaningful to you now, but maybe something was meaningful to you in the past. Previous you.
yeah.
Maybe an ex's house, something, maybe a pet somewhere you went with somewhere? Something like that.
Something with a lot of energy.
I used to get into a lot of fights as a kid in school.
Alright. Schools are great places for demons. Lots of pent up emotions.
Out of character, actually, I want to go ahead and interject because this was on our session 0 safety list where there would be no bosses in K through 12 schools.
That's right.
Because child collateral damage was not something that we were all okay with. So
Okay.
normally I wouldn't do this, but for the sake of making sure that we're keeping to our desired agreements and everything for the game, I'll tell you straight up right now, there might be clues, but there will be, if you're trying to make a list of seals and stuff, just FYI, there will not be any seals in the school.
Okay.
It may still be worth it to visit if you're looking for clues, but I do want to make sure that I reinforce that we are keeping to the list. So,
good.
No boss battles in schools.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
Great. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't feel a lot of rage from you at the bar.
Well, you didn't feel it? You didn't feel any?
Well, not enough.
How many seals do we need?
Well, it's usually up to you, but I feel like there's probably around 6 of them.
Of course there's 6.
6 seals.
It's a special number.
6 seals, and we have what? 3 of them?
Yeah.
Possibly?
So we're only at half.
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be something else.
I mean, I used to go to the gym a lot.
Can't
There's a
hurt.
place where there's a place where I put up all my pent up rage.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well check it
I
out.
don't. Hmm. I don't know. That doesn't feel like enough for me.
Well, either way, we need 6 and we don't have it.
Well, let me help you understand what seals are. They're not just where you go when you're feeling things. They're where you felt things. They're things that hurt. There's trauma. You have to dig deeper than that.
Yeah.
Isn't there any other way?
No.
Of course not.
You have to get better to get better.
Then we should start with the beach.
Alright. So, we're going to the beach.
Aya, what happened at the beach?
I was a kid. The night before, my parents were having a fight. I don't remember about what. But I remember the next day we went to the beach like everything was fine. We drove all the way up north because it was quieter up there. But after a while, I wandered away from everyone. And when I went back to find them, they were gone. They didn't take everything with them. It looked like they left in a hurry. To this day, I don't know why they left, but I can only assume, seeing I was the only thing they didn't take, can only assume that it had to do with me for some reason, and I haven't been able to shake that feeling since. This painful enough for you?
I'm really sorry.
Well enough for you?
You lose a whole family in a day and never starts feeling better. It's just something you get used to.
This is why you don't trust people. You can't.
The demon talking to me about trust.
Yeah, I know a lot about it. Humans are awful creatures.
I know that pretty well. But I don't think that... I don't know what to say. I guess it just sucks. I'm sorry it happened to you. But we should investigate it. Obviously, you do have a lot of emotions around it. At the very least, we'll find something. Maybe. At the most, we might actually have a seal location.
There might even be 2 if your logic is correct.
Only if we get lucky.
Hey, we're leaning on luck. We're leaning on luck and the word of a demon. This is getting interesting.
Stranger things have yet to happen.
What do you think will be there when we get there?
I mean, it's been a while since the beaches have been open. I doubt that they're super full. I'll have to try to remember where we stayed.
Well, let's go. We'll talk about it on the way.
Yeah, I've got plenty in my car already, so if we need anything, it's already in there.
All right.
Are you planning to sleep in the car?
Oh, we're almost out of time cycles, aren't we?
Shit.
You have one time slot left. And going to a suburban beach from the west side, you would be, that's going to be a trek
True.
to get up there, because you have to not only, like, it's not like you're just going to a beach up on the north side of the city. You're actually going to be leaving the city and driving for a ways. And so you could start your journey, but you would have to find somewhere to sleep. Well, at least Aya and Amani would have to find somewhere to sleep. The other option
is regroup in the morning.
is to stay here, if Imani is okay with that.
Yeah.
Or to regroup in the morning. But you could do more research. You could go back home, pack up some things so that you're ready to go first thing in the morning. Saphira could try and could try and find out more information about what exactly you might be walking into, because you do have damned foresight and things, so that might be possible. But I will tell you, you will not be able to get all the way there and find a place to stay and investigate tonight.
Okay.
What do y'all want to do?
I think it would make sense probably if Aya stayed at Amani's and like slept on the couch, and then we could just start fresh in the morning. But also, maybe it would be better if Aya just headed back home, and then maybe we could use our last time slot to do some research separately. I could see if my friend is awake, and then I could maybe think of more things to put on the list.
And I can definitely see what's ahead and try and get more info on that.
Yeah, so it might be best just to actually regroup in the morning. And then...
Okay. I'll head home then. It's close enough.
Okay.
Saphira, you coming?
Yeah, I'll come, but I think I need to figure out what's going to be coming to us.
That makes sense.
Or at least someone knows on this side.
So, Saphira, you don't have to go. You could go try and get some leads.
Okay.
That's possible.
Huh. Where as a demon can I go?
Other demons.
Okay. So yeah, they're cool. Cool.
You could try and contact some other demons. See what people have noticed.
Okay. Out of character, what are the demon's allegiances to the archdemon, if any?
Some serve them, some specifically will try to thwart them because, in general, lesser demons in particular tend not to fare well while an archdemon is on the hunt. And which is why Saphira is likely willing to help mortals in this position. But others will serve the archdemon, or at the very least, the greater demons that serve the archdemon.
Got it.
So there would definitely be a role to see if you actually can find someone who is going, like, who knows something and who isn't on the wrong side of knowing something, if you were to do that.
Oof. Okay. Well, it seems like we all got things to do.
We sure do.
Yeah. Glad we're finally doing this.
Glad one of us is. Alright. So first thing in the morning, we'll regroup at my place.
Alright. Send me your address and I'll be there sharp.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. So, I would say have a good night, but seems a little wrong given the whole company that we have.
I'm more concerned about the company that's coming, if that is even possible to say right now.
Yeah.
That's
You
very
should definitely be
possible.
more concerned about them.
Yeah. Well,
All right. So we see our unlikely group of allies split up. Aya begins to once again bike home. Imani sits down, logs on to a computer, begins typing. And Saphira disappears to go try and find any clues to what may await you at the beach. And that is where we will end.
You do this all the time!
dun dun dun!
Right.
Yes. Vita has played and is currently playing a campaign with me and knows that cliffhangers are my favorite.
Yeah.
I love a good cliffhanger.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I do that all the time in my fanfic, where it's just like, and she might be dead, and everybody's like, what?
Yep.
Thank you for listening to Windy City Demons, a woke mental wellness actual play of 12 Inner Demons. This has been episode 3, day 1, time slot 3. If you want to connect with us, you can find our contact information in the episode notes. If you want to learn more or to support our podcast, you can join our Patreon. We can also be found on most major podcasting platforms, and videos are also uploaded to YouTube. Our Patreons get episodes one day early on Fridays. Otherwise, we tend to release on Saturdays. So don't forget to follow, subscribe, and leave reviews and messages if you liked our content. Thank you for listening, and take care of yourselves until next time.